Hell y'all, this is Empire Total War. What you're watching is part 1 from my Poland-Lithuania campaign playthrough. At the start of each part of this series, there will be a recap for the major events that occurred in the previous video. Before we begin, to give you some background, we are playing in the year 1700 and as Polish-Lithuania, also known as the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. With that start date in mind, we are at a point in history well before the partitions that occurred in the late 18th century that broke the Commonwealth apart. Alright, Poland-Lithuania, looking at our government, we are a constitutional monarchy. Our policies are pretty normal. Nothing. Everything's sort of in the middle. Ministers, we got all of our ministers. We are a constitutional monarchy. We got some trade going. We have some exports going to Prussia, Russia, and Courland. And for our objectives, we need to capture and hold 15 regions by the end of the year 1750, including the regions shown. We have nearly everything we need except for Prussia and Austria. And we do need 15 regions, and we have nothing in the New World at all. So what we're going to do probably is push west and try to take out Prussia and Austria and take all their territory, while also trying to hold back the Ottomans and the Russians and the Swedes, who will come from the north, the east, and the south. That's going to be an issue because we're in the middle of the world. We're in the middle of Europe. We're in Central Europe, and that's what our issues are going to be. That's our problems, potential problems at least. So moving on from that, let's send our gentlemen into a college to boost any sort of research, get in the mood quicker. Let's do some military technology, plug bayonet. That'll be good. After that, we're going to take this army and move them closer. We're going to move them into West Prussia. They're going to go there. The army we have in Lithuania is going to be moved into a fort near West Prussia. There's already some troops there, some militia, and some pikemen. We're going to focus on West Prussia, Königsberg. And we're going to need to gather all of our main armies to take it out. And we're going to capture that once ever we have all of our troops assembled. Let's move our rake to the east. West. That's the west. And at Warsaw, let's build some stuff. Economically beneficial stuff. Like government chambers. And that will give us more tax income. That's good, because more tax income means more money to make armies with. And at this town, we're going to build a weaver's cottage. And that's all we can do for this turn in terms of making buildings. But let's move this army up. And we're going to send this Catholic missionary into Königsberg. It's going to probably clash with the Prussian missionary, who is a Protestant. But we have a Catholic missionary because our country is Catholic, at least in this game. And thus, what else can we do? Governor's residence. Build that governor's residence in Galicia and Podolia. Do we keep them here? Let's keep these units on the frontier, because we should keep a lookout on the Ottoman Empire and Russia, who will probably at some point try to push outward and might attack us. But we're not too worried about that for now. We've used up all of our money, our funds, so let's end the turn. Austria's moving around. Single payment military access. Austria, okay, sure, money. Not going to turn down free money. They wanted military access and they would give us funds. We said yes, because money. I don't know what Russia's planning. Maybe they might fight the Ottomans or the Swedes. They have to worry about them. We got to worry about the Prussians and the Austrians for now. That's our concern. Bavaria is moving in a gentleman. Agent has been recruited in West Prussia. A gentleman. That's nice. Keep him there. Should we go into Königsberg or try to go on Berlin? Brandenburg might be easier to take, because it has less troops. But let's try to train some troops in Warsaw before we go that direction. Let's get some... Should we fix artillery or demi-cannons? Let's get demi-cannons for heavy artillery, and some line infantry, and some cavalry. And because the cannons take 2 turns, that means we should have several of these units ready. Move that army back from West Prussia. They should be ready by the time those cannon... We should have the cavalry and the infantry ready by the time the artillery is done. Then we'll go and take out Brandenburg. which is near Saxony. And I don't know if the Prussians will have a huge garrison by then, but that's something we need to keep an eye on. Move this rake up. Maybe assassinate this Protestant missionary. Move this army away from Galicia, Galicia and Podolia. I mean, what am I saying? Move this army. I'm going to try and merge these together. Move this army out of here. Keep some pikes and some militia in there, though, just in case. We're going to merge most of these together and create one huge army. Because one big army might do a lot better than one small army. Build a governor's residence in Belarus, in Minsk. And in Lithuania, build an army encampment so we can train more units. And in turn. Austria's moving some troops around. Russians are doing stuff. They left Kiev ungarrisoned. It's undefended, but we're not going to attack them, so it's no issue for us. What's going on? Units recruited, artillery, auxiliary gained. Oh well. Captain Kidd is doing stuff. William Kidd. Let's see. Diplomatic relations. Can we get any trade partners? We already have trade partners. They're unfriendly. They like us. Can we get a trade deal? Trade deal. What can we do? The ports in your home region are at full capacity. Oh well. Unfortunate. But it is what it is. Now for this turn, let's move the army we got out of Warsaw into this army. And merge part of this army with this one. Oh, they can all become one huge army. Yeah, that works. We got one unit of cannons. We'll have another one ready very soon. Let's build a iron workshop. We're just trying to make more money passively off of resources. So that's why I'm trying to invest as much as I can into towns and whatnot. Farm, can't do anything with that. And how's our technology going? That will be done very soon. And once plug bayonet is done, our infantry is going to be able to fix bayonets in battle, and that will give them more capabilities in melee, which will be nice. Because more melee is always good. More melee capabilities is always good. They would perform better. And let's assassinate this Protestant missionary. Assassinate or try to. He was detected and failed. Well, Prussia doesn't like us even more now, but that's fine. They didn't like us to begin with, judging by the relations. If we go to there. So yeah, hostile. They don't like us. Are they at war with us? No, but they don't like us. We're also a trade partner, which makes things awkward, but it is what it is. We need to become a trade partner with Austria. So let's open negotiations with Prussia and cancel that trade agreement. Then get over it. Let's try the Great Britain. The ports in your home region are at full capacity, cannot be established. Maybe Austria. Request trade agreement. They said yes. They said yes. Good. Good. So, no more trade agreement with Prussia, and that will make things easier for us when we go to war with them. But we did establish trade relations with the Austrians, who, mind you, are keeping troops in Silesia. We do need to fight the Austrians eventually, but we are going to focus on the Prussians first, because they have very close distance with it. They are very close to Warsaw, our capital, and West Prussia in terms of their military and with the land they control. Like Brandenburg and Königsberg is very much in striking distance for us. They only have 2 settlements, 2 regions anyway. I think that's what they call them. They only control 2 settlements. Their capital in East Prussia. Austria moved more troops around. Prussia is doing something. Prussia demands the region of Lithuania. Oh, they'll offer us military access. No, that's a dumb offer. Who declared war on us? Call our allies to help. Do we want to do that? No, let's not do that. Yeah, actually, let's try. If Saxony joins, it might be good. They're calling Hanover to battle. Let's see what happens. Denmark refused to join, but we did get Russia, Saxony, and Courland, and they are joined by nobody. We are officially at war with the Austrians, so we'll start preparing our army. That cannon should be ready. We were training earlier on, and so is those lancers. So are those lancers. And that infantry regiment, because one unit of line infantry is of higher quality than the militia and pikes the rest of that army is. It's going to be our shock troops in that army. And plug bayonet is done. Now let's research something. Actually, since we're at war, let's just get carbines, and that will let us train recruitment of carbine-wielding cavalry units. Then after that, we'll do some more non-military stuff, because if we do nothing but military, that might not be good for our economy. So we need to balance that out. Have a variety of technology that's been researched. In Warsaw, let's build a opera house. That will give us town wealth. Wealth is good. And we do need to make more troops, because West Prussia is under threat. Even if it's pikemen, it's better than nothing. But we're going to have our main army just going around destroying stuff. Either way. Now, where do we go with this army first? Let's go at Brandenburg with this huge army. It's weaker than Königsberg. We'll come back for that. So we're going to have to start trying to reinforce neighboring regions to prevent them from being taken by the Prussian troops that might spill out of there. We have this fort here, but it only has 2 units defending it. So if they do come under attack, it will no doubt fall, but at least it will waste the time of our enemy. Recruit more troops here, more line infantry. Actually, no, let's do militia, because more units means more upkeep, and we don't need expensive units sitting around doing nothing. What else can we build? Nothing, or maybe we can. Let's build a barracks in Lithuania. That should work. What else is going on? Smallpox, that's going around. Inoculation. Trait gained. Research points per turn for military technologies. Armchair general. The scholar is definitely more inked and blood-stained, yet can hold forth sensibly on military affairs, meaning that gentleman might be good in boosting types of research for military tech. Yeah, that's pretty good. They're mainly good for industrial technology, because if you see their character traits, they have gentleman scientist and factory master. So we'll do military tech and industrial tech for this particular gentleman. Let's have another go. Where did our agent go? Did he die? No, he's still alive. Another go, that Protestant missionary. 16% of chance of success. He got detected and missed. Don't worry, we'll keep trying until something happens with him. In turn, it's 1701. Austrians are positioning more troops in Silesia. I'm worried they may attack Warsaw if we go. And Saxony just got destroyed. Ooh, that's not good. We may also come under attack from the Austrians, and that would be bad, no doubt. I don't think we can count on Russia to help us, even if they are technically at war with Prussia. I think they may be fighting the Swedes at this time. I gotta check diplomatic relations first, though. Path is blocked. Where's that at? Yeah, they took out Prussia. I mean Saxony. Saxony is gone. New royal heir, Anna. Recruitment, good. War declared, Austria and France. Austria is going to be busy with France. So that should at least give us some more breathing room there. Let's start marching into Prussia. And take this farm, and then take Brandenburg. Then we'll take back Saxony. And we'll make that probably part of our empire. Poland-Lithuania is just going to annex Saxony. And nations destroyed. Crimean Khanate. And another nation destroyed, Saxony. So Crimea Khanate is gone, and so is Saxony. And Saxony was our ally, so RIP them. Let's check diplomatic relations for Russia real quick. They're fighting Sweden, the Ottoman Empire, Prussia, and pirates in the Barbary states. So they're busy with that. I don't expect them to help us. As for minor nations, Courland, who is our protectorate, is at war with Prussia. That's it. We should try to help them, though, if they get into any trouble. They should be fine, I imagine. In Lithuania, let's build a cannon foundry. Warsaw, let's build a... What can we build? An admiralty. Yeah. Build that. Recruit... No, don't do that. Recruit more troops. Militia. More militia. And what else? Let's build a government council in, well, Galicia and Poland. I'm not too worried about the Ottomans because they are busy with the Russians and they just lost the Crimean Khanate. And so they're not going to probably be too concerned with us as we're busy fighting Prussia. They shouldn't be a problem as we're fighting Prussia is what I'm trying to say. Let's continue. Next turn we should be able to put Brandenburg and this farm under threat. Austria is moving troops again. They want a military alliance. They want us to give them technology, but they'll give us a military alliance, and yeah, that's not worth it. To just give them tech. Refuse. A trade agreement is good enough with Austria. We may just take back Saxony, or take Saxony for Poland-Lithuania if Brandenburg seems to be too difficult to capture. Good. Troops have been trained. Let's see. It would be easier for us to take Saxony at this distance, so we may try to just do that. Let's beef up West Prussia. Let's build a military governor's encampment. And train some militia and some provincial cavalry. Actually, let's go with militia. And try to assassinate some people again. Don't fail. The third time's the charm. He's just going to keep doing this. This is going to be his entire life. His entire existence, this rake, is going to be to try to assassinate this Protestant missionary. That's all he's going to do. He's going to succeed at some point. Even though right now he keeps failing over and over. Militia in Lithuania. Let's move those militia over to this fort. They're going to have to do something eventually. Let's move these militia out. Move all these militia out, actually, and take them into West Prussia, because that's in striking distance of Königsberg in one turn, and they may attack. And we need more defenses there. We're probably going to attack all of... We'll do Saxony. We'll do Saxony. Demand surrender. They refuse to surrender, and so we'll fight them. We'll do that battle. But now we're deploying for this battle. Let's set up some cannons in the middle. Actually, right here. That should be good, I hope. They don't have no horses to pull them, so they're just going to be stuck where they are. And they're going to be in the middle of this field. So we need to try and get a more opportune position for them. Is this a hill? Is this a hill? I just don't want them shooting up a hill, because that would be bad for aiming. I think they might be good there. What else can we do? Militia, cavalry, spread out these militia. Move them on this flank. And move this cavalry over on the right. They'll be on the right flank. And these general bodyguard will be in... Spread them out as well. Let's put them here. One there. One in on the left flank. And one in the middle flank near these cavalry. Actually, we'll put this militia behind that. So... On the left flank, we have all these infantry and a couple units of cav, a regiment of horse, and the general's bodyguard. In the middle, we have the artillery, one unit of militia, and one general's bodyguard. And on the right flank of our army, we have the lancers, one unit of horse, provincial cavalry, militia, and general's bodyguard. So I think that's evenly balanced. And our enemy is just going to be defending, I believe. I don't try to move forward. We'll see. Our artillery is going to get the work, though. Let them fire. Maybe not the best choice to put them in their position, but if we can just get the enemy to advance and they'll take casualties, that would be good. They do have artillery themselves in the fences, so we may try to flank around. We do have superior numbers, so that might be ideal. Let's move these two cavalry. Go. Move fast, please. Are they going to fight them? Yeah, they're going to try and fight them. They want to fight. They're running out on their own, though, so they're isolated. Let's move our cavalry in to fight theirs. They're retreating, though, because they don't want to fight any of that. They have 2 units of cavalry just on their own. One unit of cavalry is fighting another. Move in this infantry unit. Charge militia. Go forward. Cavalry. That regiment of horse is under threat. And those lancers have gone forward. It might not have been the best move because now they're stuck behind enemy lines. They've ran into some enemy barricades. Pull back the lancers. Pull back the lancers. Go back, go back, go back. They're not in good position. They are surrounded. And those units we have up there are rowdy. Not good indeed. But those militia are going to move forward. Find some cover. And try to fire on that cavalry. That's the plan at least. Fire, fire, fire. Get to work. We can't do square formation. We have nothing like that, but we can put those cavalry under threat. Yeah, those lancers. Our right flank cavalry has been destroyed. But we can shoot those enemy troops, though, I hope. That cavalry is going to be destroyed, so that's nice. Let's try to move in these troops on this flank. We don't have nothing like grape shot, so we're making do with what we got. The enemy cavalry, the enemy general bodyguard. No, that's a regiment of horse. They are fighting one of our general's bodyguard, our main general, and some militia. And I hope that'll be enough to rout them, but if it isn't, that's bad. Let's move this general back, the main general, and position these militia once again on the right. They'll fire at that advancing group of line infantry. And as the enemy units advancing out, move that, protect that horse. Regiment of horse is just being fired at. They're not doing anything. Regiment of foot, go in. Go in. Fire locked armed citizenry. Those are weak units, so it might be best just to charge into them. Move the regiment of horse into that fire locked armed citizenry. And the fire lock armed citizenry are like very militia units. They're very weak. They're like the peasants of this game, really. They're very weak and vulnerable, but they have muskets. Move in. Charge, charge, charge. They're moving in the... Oh, no. There goes the artillery. That is bad. Fire on them. Militia is firing to the right. Do we regroup the cavalry? No. Cavalry's all the way over there. Take out the artillery. That's what they'll do. They're taking out the artillery. Those cannons. Ooh. Fire on the flanks. Get in position, please. The enemy is routing on the right, which is ideal. Moving on the general's bodyguard with that regiment of cav, and these are... What's fighting them? Pikes. Pikes are fighting them. Moving this other unit of pikes. They're firing. Pikes are in melee, so it might not be a good idea to shoot at them with the militia. So move the militia over here and fire on this enemy group. Enemy general is killed. Good. They'll rout easier now. They're firing at the flank of this line infantry. It might be easier just to charge in, plug bayonets. They're equipped in bayonets. They can't take them off either, so they're just going to go in. Charge. The Polish-Lithuanian militia are moving in on the line infantry of Prussia. Prussia is left alone with these infantry. They are on their own. One unit just died. One guy just fell over. Here comes the melee. Prussians can't do anything with this unit. They're stuck here. Here comes the second enemy unit. What is fighting? That's artillery. Okay. They're isolated. That unit is routing over there. So let's begin mopping up enemy resistance. That artillery, those lancers were ordered to run into, is routed. We are going to win very soon. But we did take some casualties in the form of that provincial... That horse unit. We lost a unit of cavalry. We did lose that. They're gone. Make sure all these guys are set to melee so we don't have too much friendly fire. The only thing really left on the field is this regiment of troops. Set them to do pike wall formation. Take out that unit of line infantry still left on the field. Pike wall, pike wall, pike wall it up. Yeah, there's only a couple enemy units left. They're going to be routing very soon. Pike wall may not have been the best call, but go forward. They're like Spartans. They're like hoplites. They move very slowly. Yeah, they're in a pike wall position. Otherwise, they're just going to melee. Go, 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 go. And that unit is going to be destroyed. We have overrun all the regiments of foot the Prussians had in the field. Heroic victory. And we're going to have a loading screen. I'm just going to skip past that. Victory has been secured for the Battle of Saxony. We lost, let's see, 217 men. They lost 460. It is a very good victory, though. And we take that. So let's repair some stuff here. Or try to. We don't have enough money to repair anything else right now. So let's try to rest up these units. And then move on Brandenburg. We did lose artillery, did we? It's very weak artillery now that it's been damaged. But it's good we got Saxony, at least. Austria keeps moving troops into position. No, don't give them anything. They're at war with France. They might... Why are they trying to provoke a war with us? They're moving troops into areas near Warsaw. They have military access, yes, but it's a little awkward because they're not at war with us. I don't know why they're doing it. The only idea I have for the Austrians moving troops into the territory of Warsaw is they may potentially attack us, or it's just the AI doing something silly. Carbines is done, technology-wise. Now let's do, for industrial technology, let's do common land enclosures, and that will let us upgrade more. Population growth impact. Population growth impact will go up, and it will reduce the chance of food shortages. Very nice. This army here is very beaten up. Can we leave with them? Leave with the army? People don't mind how much we left. That's good. It's not very well defended now that we left. It's going to have a small little garrison. But if we're going to just attack whatever is left of Prussia, it should be fine, I imagine. Move forward. Can these guys... They can't replenish. Let's wait a turn and replenish troops. So replenish... Can I do this in bulk? No, I can't. But let's just rest right now with this army. Replenish. Replenish. Get stronger. Get more troops back. The line infantry didn't even take any casualties in that battle. They weren't even used hardly at all. But they'll replenish. Build an opera house. Blah, blah, blah. We can't do nothing with the art. We're just going to have to wait and sit with that army and try to defend what we have. Militia is going to be trained at Warsaw again. And let's try to assassinate that Protestant missionary for like the 4th time now. He was detected and missed. And with that, I'm going to end part 1 here. I'll see y'all later in part 2. Bye.